He's under contract.
Super fat. But I mean, like, isn't he older than Aguilar? He's older than him, right?
Yeah,
by a couple years.
Yeah, by a couple years.
So it's like,
and Kevin Johnson, I haven't heard anything about him, so
he's gonna be out of the league.
But yeah,
that's
pretty much the 2014 class rundown for you, real quick. Or actually, 2015 class. I'm sorry.
But Leonard Williams, I think, is gonna break the bank instead of Amari Cooper.
All right.
I think he's gonna break the bank way better than Cooper. Cooper's just gonna get. He's not like the best at his position. He's just really good. And I think Martavis Bryant and Jordy Nelson and Jared Cook actually kind of hurt his chances because the ball's going to be distributed. And let's be honest, Martavis Bryant has a higher ceiling.
But that's
Amari
what
Cooper.
I'm saying. That helps Amari Cooper because he's going to get
a modest deal.
He's going to get a quiet 1,200 yards. And you're going to be like,
maybe.
Wow, Amari Cooper had 1,200 yards and
8 touchdowns.
Wow. And it's going to be because he just consistently had 80-yard games.
He was the 4th overall pick.
That's what I'm saying.
He can't score touchdowns. That's a problem.
I don't think he can't score touchdowns. It's just Crabtree was the locked-in target by Derek Carr because, as we know, Derek Carr isn't always the best at running his progression. It's either first option, dump off, run, sack. That's pretty much his progression. Just kidding, DC. I love you.
Sack fumble.
All right.
Or Jeff Heath catches you from behind.
Let's take it out. You know what time it is. Unnecessary tough rounds. So go ahead, Kenny. You go first.
All right. Shout out to big crybaby Ben Roethlisberger. Benjamin. I'm just going to call him Benjamin. I don't even care if that's not his real name. Like, dude really drinks his own Kool-Aid and forgot where he came from. And forgot how much he owes the Steelers. So let's start with the fact that he went 15-1 as a rookie, but realistically, like, he had nothing to do with that. He just did make mistakes and handed the ball off to Jerome Bettis, threw it to Hines Ward, Santonio Holmes. Like, he was coddled into the perfect situation as a rookie. Tommy Maddox was the perfect guy to kind of bridge him over. And he even said it. He's like, I don't know where I'd be without him. So the fact that you can't even return the favor, like, that tells me what kind of man you are, off top. And then we can go back, look at the motorcycle accident he had. We can look at the fact that he sexually assaulted a woman and then settled out of court, and there was evidence that could have really got him in hot water had he and the Steelers not really worked hard to kind of just sweep that whole thing under the rug, because it did get swept under the rug. And I was in a group chat where we had a really thorough, thought-out conversation between whose legacy was tainted more, Michael Vick's or Big Ben's. It was definitely Michael Vick's, and then there was obviously some, obvious reasons. PETA pretty much used him as a scapegoat. But, like, in this Me Too era that we're in, realistically, if what Big Ben did all those years ago happened right now, he wouldn't be looking too good. He'd be looking kind of funny in the light. So for the fact that he acts like he's too good enough to mentor Mason Rudolph or even, like, welcome him as part of the team, it's like, come on, dude. You know that that's your replacement. I mean, you get mad because you feel like they shouldn't have taken a quarterback. Well, guess what, dude? You have durability issues. Even with them improving that offensive line, you still manage to get hit a lot and hurt a lot. You hold on to the ball a lot. And magically, with one of the best offenses in football, y'all keep choking. Some Steelers fan is probably going to have to call in next week or in the next couple weeks and explain that to me. The fact that you would be so callous as to not try to actually just welcome him in, it's like, how dare you spit in that franchise's face like that after everything they've done for you? Like I said, Joe Flacco is just kind of an asshole when it comes to that, and he's also just antisocial. So I'm not even surprised that he's not helping Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson just needs to know that he's on his own, and he should really be looking out for his own back, especially. And actually, he should reach out to former quarterbacks. Take some advice from a Mike Vick, but you should be going straight to Warren Moon and writing down everything he says. Because that's the greatest black quarterback ever right there. You should be talking to him, listening to Doug Williams. Pete's shaking his head. I mean, statistically, Warren Moon's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, but somehow he's not the greatest black quarterback ever. Cool.
I don't know. Maybe because he played half his career in Canada.
Maybe because he only played in Canada because they blackballed him in the NFL, and they said, you got to play safety for us. And they wouldn't let him and a lot of other black QBs play in the NFL. Pete, look up Joe Gilliam. Pete, since you want to talk, Pete, off the mic. Chump. But anyway,
all right, bro. Don't ever disrespect me like that, because you know I've written thesis about the black quarterback. So get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. Don't ever disrespect me like that, especially during your time to talk.
Don't sit up here and say Warren Moon is not the greatest black quarterback ever. Who's better? Statistically, who's better?
I don't care about statistics. He has an asterisk on his career because he played in the CFL.
No, what?
Period.
That's trash. We're gonna.
That's not trash.
Yes, it is.
That's not trash.
How? Okay, he wasn't allowed.
It's not trash.
Bro, they said
I'm not debating that.
NFL,
I am not debating that. That's not what I'm debating. That's not what. I don't care about that.
He lit the NFL.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
You don't care that he was.
What I'm telling you is, you can't say he's the best black QB because he didn't play his whole career in the NFL. Cam Newton is the best black QB, and that's facts. You know why? Because he's the MVP. Period. He put the Carolina Panthers on his back. I don't know about that.
He didn't see.
Well, wait. How many Super Bowls did Warren Moon see?
How many Super Bowls?
Thank you.
Did Cam Newton win?
All right.
Bottom line is, almost. Bottom line is, to take this away for the week, y'all. Patience. Learn it. Develop it. And sometimes you should really watch what you say. Not like, and you could retaliate and hurt someone's feelings, but sometimes you should just really listen, because sometimes people drop gems and they say things not wanting you to respond, but to really just understand how they feel. Because sometimes they just really need someone to listen. So yeah, there's that. And Pete's dead ass wrong.
Yeah, man. So some people, whether it's a podcast space, whether it's a traditional radio space, some people like to make a conversation out of, calling people names, or, following mainstream takes, or, just following the conventional thinking instead of challenging the fact that, Warren Moon, he was great. Yeah, I'm not going to knock him. He's probably a top 3 black QB, but is he the best? I don't think so. Because how can you be the best if you didn't even play in the NFL half your career? Now, I know that wasn't all his fault, but the chips fall where they do. That's the bottom line. Because if you really want to talk about the black QB, let's talk about all the black QBs that were hurt in the making of Warren Moon. If you really want to talk about it. And you know what I'm talking about, because the Steelers had him, the Raiders had him, There are plenty of black QBs who never even made it, who couldn't even play in the CFL like Warren Moon, like you said.
What the hell are you talking about?
My point is, you're over here saying Warren Moon got blackballed, and so that's why it's okay that he has an asterisk. But what I'm saying is, the context is, there were a lot of black QBs who got blackballed. And sit your ass on mute, because this is my rant. So sit your ass there and be quiet. Stay in your lane.
I can project.
Stay in your lane. Anyways, that's enough of the slander with that. The only other thing I wanted to say was, man, I don't know what's up with all these game managing quarterbacks trying to tell younger people to stay in their lane. Because, like, bruh, Flacco, you won a Super Bowl being a game manager. Big Ben, you won a Super Bowl being a game manager. Like, come on, man. You could help someone be a game manager. And really, as I said last week, KB is not only a system radio host, but he's also a bridge radio host and a game managing radio host. And he's about to come over this table and fight me right now. Nah, but in all seriousness, only thing I have to say for this week is be yourself, love yourself, whatever other corny things will get you through the day. Fact is, life is bad. Sometimes it's the biggest troll, but it could always be worse. So just enjoy the moments like this podcast. Enjoy the people that you like talking with, like the guests that we have call in. Shout out to Daiki and, of course, my co-host KB. And enjoy the topics that you like, such as writing, NFL draft, whatever it is that you like and enjoy, NBA playoffs. Because all of it makes life a little less trolly. Yes, I just made that up. All right, well, this is the Touchdowns and Tangents show. I'm PD Camarillo.
I'm Kenneth Frank Barry, and you are terrible. That was
you sound like you just came up for air from water. Garbage. Like, why do you sound like I was just waterboarding you? Like, relax. Bro, I had you on mute. Okay, relax.
Relax. You didn't give not one logical point in what you said. No, that's bullshit. No, I'm fine. But that was terrible. Literally, if you take away his CFL years, he still was one of the statistical greatest quarterbacks of all time. He was one of the greatest pocket passers of all time, and one of the greatest black quarterbacks of all time. Okay, that sounds really disgusting and disturbing when you do that. Like, it's making me uncomfortable.
Because I'm waiting for you to catch your damn breath. First of all, because you want to talk about
and it's in my back pocket. But anyway,
you were talking about coon things earlier, and Warren Moon has said some coon things too before. So you want to call Michael Vick a coon? Look at what some of the quotes Warren Moon has said.
I'm not saying
Number
that.
one. Number
but
two,
he's still statistically one of the greatest black quarterbacks ever.
I already said, as far as statistics are concerned,
Take out Canada, he's still great.
I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just saying he's not the greatest.
But I agree that Cam Newton is the new face of black quarterbacks. I agree with that sentiment.
He doesn't have a Super Bowl.
He's futuristic.
He played in the CFL. Like,
that's not a knock against him.
But you saying he got blackballed, like, that doesn't hold value to me.
He was prevented from playing in the NFL.
There were a lot of QBs in that era and before that era that were blackballed as well.
So there's a lot of crappy white QBs playing that should have never got a chance. It's kind of like the whole Negro League.
I mean, you want to talk about, yeah, exactly.
It's like, I was going to say there are way better players than Babe Ruth, but I mean, yeah, we can go into that all day. But bottom line is, it's not a negative against him. He still made the Hall of Fame too, by the way.
He's still a Hall of Famer. He's a great QB, but
now, if you would have said Doug Williams, I'd be like, all right, he won one and he's in the
He's not the greatest.
He's not the Doug Williams isn't the greatest. I'd say Warren Moon is. He's the standard for pocket passing. If you're going to look at a black quarterback who didn't run, he purposely didn't run, and then you could look at Randall Cunningham.
Is he even the best in his franchise?
I mean, that's a good point. But also, it's the Houston Oilers and then the Tennessee Titans, so it's two different franchises.
You're weak for that.
I mean, what Dyko said, he said earlier, he's like Antonio Gates isn't really an LA Charger. He's a San Diego Charger. So technically, Hunter Henry's the better LA Charger tight end, apparently, since we're using that logic.
Listen, man. I already said Cam.
It's Marcus
Allen. I'm going Cam. I'm going.
If you don't say Randall Cunningham, I'll punch you in the face.
I'm going.
I'll give you a top 5.
I'm going McNabb. And then Moon, McNair, 3A, 3B.
I already want to punch you.
Cunningham, 4.
You want to say, bro? No, you can't.
Big 5.
No, you can't say two people are the same. I'm not. No, that's weak.
I mean, if you held
realistically 6.
If you held a gun to my head, I would choose McNair. No pun intended.
Wow, you are wow. First the Patricia thing, now that you are batting 1,000 today.
All right, man. We already been on this damn air way too long. This is the Good News Radio Show. This is the Touchdowns and Tangents Show. I'm PD Camarillo.
I'm Kenneth Frank Jamesberry.
Tune into Anchor and you can hear more on this Black QB debate because we could literally go on about this for weeks. For literally weeks. We could just sit here for an hour.
We argue this more than the rules for Uno. and draw 4. I'm not even playing.
Which is funny because me and my girl just had a debate about